So it is day 2 of our color themed week with Make with J mornings, and today I'm introducing an art directive called body mapping. I actually wrote my thesis on this at Pratt when I graduated, and it was a self-study, so there's a lot of personal information about how I used body mapping to identify different pain points, and then how I explored those physical pain points and possibly attached them to previous trauma or emotional things that I had gone through. And so body mapping is a way to kind of see yourself outside of yourself, as is all of art therapy, but it's also a way to kind of move forward in identifying how physical pain can be connected to our emotional pain and to our past and even generationally. So some of the pain points that I identified, I actually then was able to speak to my mother, and who reflected on her relationship with her mother. And we realized even my sister have similar physical pain points in our bodies. And then a great reference to kind of move things forward from identifying the pain points is this author, Louise Hay. She was very much into the metaphysical, and she wrote a book called, she wrote a lot of books, and you can find her stuff online very easily accessible, and I'll put a link below. But one of the books that I used in my thesis that I referenced, and that I reference a lot in therapy with my clients and also in my own diagnoses and self-healing practice, is called How to Heal Your Life. That's a great place. Like, once you start identifying patterns within your body, that book can be really helpful as it lists out like hip pain. And then her study, her lifelong study, was how that relates to actual emotional and experiential things that have happened in our lives. And so then she provides affirmations, which will probably be our theme next week, and different exercises for us to actually go into those places instead of avoid them. Often when we avoid things, things freeze up. So go into those places and move through them and work through whatever is there so that we can release the emotional pain that our body holds, and then in turn release the physical pain. So I would recommend looking up Louise Hay. Also, if this is something that you feel could be really helpful for you, I'm taking on new private clients, and I'm happy to do this work with you, because I think having a witness and a guide to the work is really helpful. Sometimes the things that come up can even be surprising to you. Our body is really good at protecting ourselves, and so we bury trauma even from our own minds. And sometimes when we start opening things up, things come out and you remember things that you didn't know were there. And so having someone to support you and guide you through that process at a pace that is reasonable and healthy for you is really important. So if you're interested in working one-on-one with me, I am happy to have a dialogue around what that means for you. But for today, on your own, what I have are these downloadable body maps. I actually might remake this. This is just a random one I found on the internet, but I can never find ones that I like. But you can download it, and then what you do is you kind of create a code of color or pattern or lines or whatever it is, and then you use that code in your body with like colored pencils to define like where I'm feeling different things in my body. And so this is great to just try. And then what I love to do is do it, maybe once a week for like 30 days, or also it could be done whenever you're feeling something in your body. We're always feeling things, but sometimes we numb it and we don't realize it. So this is a great way to pull it out. And then for women especially, I feel that it's really helpful because of our 28-day cycle to be able to see like at what times of the month am I feeling certain things. This could be physical things. This could be like menstrual cramps, right? And like putting something here like in red is like what comes to me, which makes sense in some ways, right? Or it could be actual like brain fog, right? Sometimes there are times where I'm like, I got enough sleep, I'm eating pretty good, I'm drinking water, I don't know what's going on, and my head is just foggy. So you might draw like a cloud or something around your head to represent that like brain fog. And it's cool to be able to look back on the dates and kind of see what the pattern is and explore a little bit of why that might be. Let me know how it goes. I'll also post some ones that I have made myself. And then what I'm going to do is, in our reflection, maybe later today or tomorrow, also pull out some knowledge from another book called Eastern Body, Western Mind, about how the chakra system and the colors in the chakra system actually are correlated to psychology. That is something I refer to when I'm working in art therapy and in body mapping, to attach color to our experiences and what's going on in our lives. So have fun with the body mapping, post whatever you'd like, and I will check back in later.